I'm sure it wouldn't surprise most of you to say that I was once a Boy Scout. A big part of my teenage years, where I learned so many things, from orienteering to rocketry. Though I never thought I'd need anything I learned there in my adult life. Well, most of it isn't practical. When am I going to need to weave a basket? But there is one lesson they do have down. Their motto, be prepared. It speaks to the most critical lesson for an adventurer. Anticipating problems for challenges you've never tried. Early in my career making videos on YouTube, I was discovered by the owner of Survival Packs, an outdoor survival gear website. He was just getting into dual sport adventure riding and wanted someone with experience to show him the ropes. So he invited me to join him on an extended trip through the Great Lakes region. This was exactly what I wanted, to take long trips through faraway places. I was amazed to have the chance. My brother was never really interested in taking his bike on protracted adventures, preferring to spend a few days riding in the vicinity of camp. I enjoy that type of thing. It does have its caveats. But I wanted something more independent. I wanted to venture further. Well, problem was, I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know what it would require, what luggage I had to bring, or even if my bike could hold it all. I didn't know how it would be to ride for days on end, needing to make camp, ride through weather, pace myself, or navigate through hundreds of miles of backcountry. Every time I rode, it was within a few dozen miles of our truck. When there was weather, we just went home. If we had problems, we loaded up and went back to camp. This would be different. I had to depend on the bike. I had to endure. I had to be prepared. With so many things I didn't know for sure, I figured the only way to learn was by doing. I decided to take a short trip. Something close to home. A few days' journey out and back. Enough to get a feel for adventuring. Where if I had problems, my family could rescue me. With lots of public land and camping spots. And even a bit of scenery and attractions for me to stop and take photos. As this plays into timing. I decided my best bet was Grand Junction, on the other side of the Rocky Mountains. I had been there a few times, but never as an adult, and never really more than just the highway. But at least I was familiar with the area. And there, I would get the chance to ride with Elevation Trail, another motovlogger living in the city. So I made a route, as best as I could, and went. Okay, so yeah, as you can see I got all my stuff packed up. And boy has it been something. For my keys. I've just been amazed about how hard it is, how much work it was to get out here, and even then, I am poorly packed and I don't have good maps. Yes, I've had this loaded up, but never, like, all the way. I wish I could say I was more prepared, so that I had time to test my bike and ride it on the highway. I was already very late, and had to skip out on my planned route to Grand Junction. I hitched a ride, having been on my bike only a few hours since I put it all back together. Never really testing the feel of the luggage, or most of the equipment. With improper jetting and a lack of practice, I came the closest to dying I've ever been while riding.
Hey, what the hell was that? Guess that's what I get for not really testing my equipment. Alright, let's see if we can figure out this speed wobble thing. Because that is terrifying. That scares me to death. Now I'm guessing... Nope, didn't throw any weights. It's gotta be this fender. So, I mean, I have never driven with this fender at high speeds.
Let's see if we can find another way. Because there's no way I'm gonna ride that highway at speed. Well, I'm never trying this with this fender again. Now, I see so many things I could have done. Maxed out the steering stabilizer, removed the fender, fixed my jetting there, and just rode a bit slower. But I like what I ended up doing. Even though it wasn't dirt, or something I had planned, it was beautiful.
Guess I'm turning left? Not exactly sure where I'm going, because I have no idea where this road leads, but I just know that it's going in the general direction that I want. You know what, at the end of this result, it's probably going to be just me at the top of some hill. Sometimes it's nice to just go and take like a country back road. Because you always see interesting things. You know, this feels oddly familiar. Guess left. First time it wasn't clear. I think I chose the right route. You know what? Let's go left. I keep getting lucky with this route. It's like every other thing that I would have seen would have definitely led me over to that. Back to the freeway, and I really don't want to be on the freeway. Guess we're turning right. Okay, so that goes down in a palisade. And I still want to go on this side. That road goes for at least 2 miles. Stone Quarry Road. This probably links up back to the highway. Let's risk it. Because this one just might dead end. I bet you there's about a 50% chance this dead ends at some kind of quarry. I've gotten damn lucky with road selection. Well, I guess that's it. Isn't that a sight? It's a goddamn river. Ugh. Well, I guess my luck couldn't last forever. These stop signs are never pointed in the right direction. Well, I don't know where this will lead me. You know, I think I've made a trip that would normally take an hour and a half take about 3. I really need to turn right at some point. I really want to turn right. I really prefer not to end up in Lake City. Pavement ends, road narrows. Well, that was first time off pavement, I guess. Oh, I really want to turn right. This is some damn unique terrain. Some kind of alien planet. This road is fun and all, but I really have places to be. Yeah, it's interesting. Wow.
A lot of things you might learn as an adventurer are by accident. You're oblivious until it hits you right in the face. How roads intertwine and weave together, moving around rivers and plateaus, to homes and awesome vistas, to utilities and businesses, parks and open spaces. Here I learned to keep my eyes open, to pay attention, not to the scenery or trying to take in the sensations, but to think critically about how people set up the world around them, how people moved.
I accidentally went on the scenic byway. Okay, so... right?
It's funny. I never really had to figure out how to get anywhere. I mean, not really. Sure, places around town, maybe even a nearby city, but nothing more than a few miles. I've always had Google there to tell me how to get places, or someone else's directions. Even road signs make things easy, but only when taking the most direct route. This was something new. Trying to find my own way. To make my own way.
Smoking and bicycling at the same time. Seems like opposite things.